Ross Lyon is back in the coach's box and his Saints take on Fremantle at Marvel Stadium in round one. Jason, are we sensing a fairy tale comeback for Ross the Boss?
Oh, it's going to be an interesting day because he's coaching against a team that he's coached before as well. I think Freo might be a little bit too strong. I think they finally put the pieces of the puzzle together, Freo. I think Luke Jackson's a really important recruit, gives them something else up forward. And it's taken a while, but I think they've finally got Nat Fyfe's head around the best role you can play for us is to play key forward and give us something. So I think that might be a little bit too much for the Saints, who have a long injury list.
They do have a long injury list. Have they got the forwards to kick a winning score, Al?
Well, who are their forwards? I think they might play Anthony Caminiti, who's a pre-season signing. Great news for him, but it's going to be hard to kick a winning score. And I like the move of Fyfe. We know he can win contested ball down there, and his goal kicking has always been a bit iffy, but maybe it's not as bad as people think. He's had a more than 50% ratio every year except for one. I think he kicked 621 in 2021. So if he can improve on that, he can be a real weapon for the Dockers down there.
How big an impact, Jason, in terms of he comes in, he wants to implement his own game plan. Yep. It takes time, doesn't it?
Oh, it does. It does. But, they need something. They looked a little rudderless at times. They're one of those teams that's continued to promise without delivering, the Saints. And now all of a sudden people are talking about, they need to prune that list and make some serious changes. So it's probably not a great position to be in, but they get a really experienced coach coming in that'll have some strong ideas. And at least I think he'll give them a pretty strong defensive mindset.
So he's big on Fyfe. How many goals you got Fyfe this year, pushing forward?
Geez, that's a good question. He could kick 40 or 50, couldn't he? If he's playing permanent forward, maybe just throws himself in the middle every now and then when the game needs to be won. But and I think he can be super dangerous down there. And the one for this week that I'd be probably penciling in for a big disposals number at least is Andrew Brayshaw. Had, I think, combined 76 against the Saints in 2 games last year. So expecting him to go big again.
That's why he's on the show. He just keeps throwing gold out, flat out. But sorry, Ross, the panel is tipping against you. We're going with the Dockers in a clean sweep.
Footy is life. It's loyalty, rivalry, love and pain. Footy is everything. That's why we've made a betting brand for footy fans. That's better. Gamble responsibly.